Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I mean to do this. Welcome. I'm a newbie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Oops, that's not how you do that either. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Leave it. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. Are you guys ready for some cards? I am almost ready. Perfect. Make sure we have that in there. I think we're good. All right. Coffee. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Grandma Gaines. This is Bohippianlife. This is the second live stream of the day. And they're all about the cards. Tarot cards, oracle cards, true love reading cards. I have them all with me today. So let's finish getting set up. I am using the Egyptian Tarot deck. I have the calendar if anybody is interested in a free in-depth card reading. This is a whole layout, not just the couple that fall out. And we are booked into April. The next day I have is April 8th. But my friends, at least you would be getting on the list. That's the most important thing. Uh-oh, stuff's falling. Coffee out of the way. Don't get your cards wet. Let's make this list. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in the mystical, tarot cards, oracle cards. Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm out of lead. Bummer. All right. I have a pen somewhere. Vishani, hello. Welcome. How are you, my friend? You are first on the list. I'm running a little behind, but I mean, to be expected, right? All right, I'm just getting set up, so please bear with me. Perfect. So again, we are using the Egyptian Tarot deck, and today we will be using the Enchanted Map Oracle, unless somebody asks for something different. Let me make sure my chat is, yep, okay. Vishani, how are you, my friend? Almost ready, almost ready. So anybody, if you know the decks I have, I wished I could set them somewhere so you could like see them all. But these are the ones I have. The True Love Reading ones on the bottom. These are the Earth Magic, Mermaids, Earth Wisdom, and the Urban Crow Oracle. Again, I would, the one I have chose is the Enchanted Maps, but it doesn't matter. You can choose whichever ones you like. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Not bad for this Wednesday. Not bad at all. Running, like I said, running a little behind, but that's just me. Put in my email address and we'll get this party started. So I had mentioned earlier during the first live that I was willing to go outside and show everybody the quail. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Not today. It is so stinking cold out there. Yeah. Not gonna bother with it. There. All right. Are you ready, my friend? Let's get these cards shuffled up. Miles, hello, welcome. No, but welcome. Everybody's welcome, Miles. Would you like to be added to the list for a free card pull? T-Bird, hello. You can't take it anymore. It's driving you nuts. Oh my gosh, you sound like my husband. Would you guys like to be added to the list? T-Bird. These ones are for Vishani. Crenshaw, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Please be nice. My friends, I'm a grandma. I have 4 kids, 9 grandkids, married. Please be nice. T-Bird, thank you. You are second on the list. I like your name. Back in the mid-'80s, I actually owned a T-Bird. Yeah, it was great. Locked my keys in a couple of times. It was very difficult to get in. Crenshaw, would you like to be added to the list? All right, let's get an oracle for Vishani. Thank you. So there's some new names today. Apparently Miles is gone. We just needed, ooh, that was fast, Vishani. All right, so the first card you have, anybody who's new, I have to keep an eye on my fire. Anybody who's new, this is what I am reading out of. This is my own book. Each suit is in here. So the first card you have, Vishani, is a major arcana, the Ass, aka the Magician in the Rider tarot deck that we use a lot. So this card represents something happening quick. It's a positive, remember, quickly positive. It says it encourages you to be resourceful. So use all your resources to attain the success you deserve. Remember, it's all in the know-how. Again, something's going to happen quick, and you're going to have to use all your resources. But you know how to do it. The next card you have is the Six of Wands. Wands also represents something, something happening fast. Now, in tarot, the quickest when it comes to time-wise, they do weeks, months, days. Days, weeks, months, and years. Wands represents days. Positive, it's a yes card. The 6 represents, this is a 6, right? This is the first deck I've used with keywords. So it's a little different for me. I don't, the Rider deck, they don't give you keywords. So I'm not used to these keywords. This one says victory, but it says things are good at the moment. You have achieved success, but beware. Be wary of experiencing a dissatisfaction after experiencing the heady heights of success. What that means is be thankful and grateful for the things that happen, for the good things, and the universe responds by sending you more. 6 is on the 1 through 10 of the minor arcana scale. 1 being the start of a cycle, 10 being the completion of a cycle. 6s represent a flip in energy in that things are being taken to the next level. So something has just recently happened. Quickly. So far. Quickly. The next card you have is another major arcana. The World. It's a positive. It's a yes card. And it represents a slow, successful completion. This card is actually growth. It says the time has come to venture forth. The world is open to you and will respond accordingly at this time. This card represents triumph, success, unity, permanency, freedom, and realization. I have to keep an eye on my fire. You want to check it out? I'll show you guys. Just so you know I'm not bullshizzing it. You. Okay. Oops. Every time I do that, I lower. There we go. So your oracle for the day is the Deep Freeze card. In the upright position, the Enchanted Map oracle has an upright in reverse. And upright, this card says, everything has its own season, and now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. Oh man, I just threw that card across the floor. Oh my gosh, now I have to stand up. Good time to check my fire. Deep freeze. I have to poke the fire. Hold on. Please don't go out. It was kind of difficult to get it started today. But I think I got it. The key is the coals. You need a lot of coals. I'm coming, my friends. Don't give up on me. Just throwing these little chunks in here that I had. These lives are generally 2 hours, so I want to make sure I have plenty of flame for the 2 hours. Hector, hello. Oh my goodness, you got here earlier today. You're the karma moderator. How are you? Weren't you here yesterday, my friend? I'm pretty sure your name reminds me of where we got my motorcycle. Where did I put that card? Oh, here it is. So, Vishani, God is good and God is great. I agree. And a lot of other people do too. So it says forego ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change. It allows relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. What are you doing back there? The form inspector's getting a little huffy back there. So this is not the time to, I apologize. This is the time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from them, and self-care is the most important activity. So reflect, read a good book. Most important, rest and dream. Rest and dream. Melissa, hello. You are number 3. I'm not sure if Hector wanted on the list or not. T-Bird, you are next. Just putting these cards in. So I have too much stuff sitting right here. I have to move it out of my way. How are you, Melissa? I know, number 3, that doesn't usually happen. Lisa, hello. Oh my gosh, Lisa's a first timer. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Would you like to be added to the list? Uh-oh, don't go anywhere, you guys. Okay, we're good. Oops. Vishani. Oh, there we go. My camera's trying to go blank. All right, Lisa, you are number 4. I almost wrote number 4. Goodness. Today feels like a Monday. Getting your daughter ready for school. Speaking of, I'm super surprised Saxy's butler isn't here yet. They'll probably be here soon. They were here in the first live this morning. Is that Rolf? Okay, let me try to figure out how to pronounce your name. Rolu. Hello, my friend. I am so sorry. I don't mean to mispronounce anybody's name. I don't mean any disrespect. But thank you and welcome. And I wish I could pronounce your name right below Lisa's. So is Rolf okay? Oh, we need an oracle. Man, I'm getting so distracted. So this is for T-Bird. There's Hector. We have to put Hector on the list. Hector deserves a card. Just for coming back. Rolf is perfect. Rolf. How's that? Bethany, hello. How are you, my dear? You are number 7, Bethany. As soon as I get this card for T-Bird. Hold on to them. Don't just whip them. Hold on. There it is. All right. So the first card you have, T-Bird, is a major arcana. Chanut. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It might be Chanut, but I think it's Chanut. This card represents the Lovers card, a Gemini. It's a positive card. It's a yes card. It represents that nothing should be held back, even if it exposes you to feelings of vulnerability, nervousness, weakness. Be open and transparent. This card is success and unexpected blessings from above. Let's get Bethany on the list before we get too far away. Sadeka, you are number 8. Welcome back, my friend. All right. The next card you have is the Princess of Swords. Princess frequently represent a younger woman or somebody with that type of an attitude. And swords is our fighting, arguing, and discontent suit, whether it's with another person or inner. This card says, withdraw, get some air, choose your words wisely, for they are sharp, and they can make or break a difficult situation. This card is also the sword of criticism, and it has 2 edges, the judgment of others and your judgment of yourself. Swords also generally represents a darker haired person or a darker skinned person, Middle Eastern. We had gone over it. Somebody who is not fair skinned. You also have the 7 of discs, T-Bird, or pentacles, depending on what deck you're using. This card represents a plateau. It's also a shift in perspective. So you're waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripen. There's a pause to appreciate and to decide to continue as is or adjust your strategy. So the 7s represent the need to reorganize. You also have the Queen of Cups. The Queen generally represents an older, mature woman, steady and enduring for good or evil according to the situation. The Cups, Queen of Cups. Remember, Cups represents, when it comes to physical appearance, when it comes to the court cards, it can represent physical appearance as well. And the Cups generally represents a light or fair-haired person. This card says, follow your heart and intuition. Look within to see where you can literally be a little more loving and caring. But we're all that way. That's not something special for you. We can all be that way. Lizzie, hello. Good morning. I will add you to the list. I believe you'll be number 9. Yes. So more important, the Queen says you cannot go wrong, T-Bird. Tune into the feelings of others and respond accordingly. Show compassion. Don't turn your back on those who need your support. Super important. Lizzie B is number 9. Now your oracle for the day, whoops, if I can pick it up, is the rock bottom card in the reverse position. Now reverse, this card says, it's a symbol for addiction in all forms, subtle or obvious. It says doing the same thing over and over again is not going to give you different results and will never provide you with what you desire. You will always get what you need. You are only a victim of your perceptions. Take heart because you can't sink any further. The only way to go from here is up, and wondrous things await you. If you fear change, my friend, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. It's a good card. It is it's like an ace, the start of the beginning. So congratulations. Melissa, you are next. Don't let your oh my gosh, my fire. Don't let your fire go out. Just push all the coals in a big, huge pile and stick an end of the wood in. We're good. Again, don't let your coffee get cold. And it is Melissa's turn. Anna Cat, there you are, my friend. You're number 10. How are you, my friend? How is your brother and your visit? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your time. You were having dinner. Oh my gosh, what were you having? Yummy. I know it was something good. And I'm going to be jealous. Melissa, the first card you have is the Ten of Swords. Remember, 10s represent the completion of a cycle. Oh, he went for an exam. Fingers crossed. Good vibes for him. I'm not going to say the other thing because some people say it. Is it pronounced Porath? I just need one. There it is. Yeah, some people say it's bad luck to say, you know what, good blank on your exam. So I'm not going to say that. So best of vibes on his exam. Paratha. My kid's dad was always like, you never say good luck. You always say break a leg. I'm like, I can't say that. It makes me feel bad. So we have a lot of cards falling in the reverse position. All right, Melissa, the first card you have, like I mentioned, is the Ten of Swords. Swords represents fighting, arguing, discontent, whether with yourself or another person. This is a card of betrayal, or it's a distress card. So let's do the distress. Distress card can represent fixed thoughts and rigid thinking. Oh my gosh, that's way too many hours for anybody to work. And obviously it wasn't a unionized shop or anything like that. Um, so again, this card, it's a betrayal card. It represents that you may feel like you were literally stabbed in the back. In the rider deck, the person is laying face down in the dirt with all 10 swords sticking out of their back. So you may literally feel like you've been stabbed in the back. But like I said, it is a 10, which represents it's done, it's over, and you can now move forward. So it says, at least everything is now known, and it is out in the open. And you know the ground when you're face down in it, and it allows you to move forward. It was an investment firm. We're on number 3, Sedeka. You also have the Ace of Swords, Melissa. That is not a sword. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite card in the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. This card represents the start of something new, which you just had a 10, so this makes sense. It represents infinite opportunities, material opportunities, a place of wealth, and a place of perfect contentment. That's why it's my favorite card. And it also represents that if anybody offers to help you, say yes. Say yes, my friend. You also have the Princess of Wands. Remember, the princess frequently represents a younger woman, or the general attitude of a younger woman. And the wands usually represents a light or fair-haired person. This card says it represents successful completion, but a longer time frame. So it says burst out, be proud, be active, and be creative. Conjure your brilliance. So you may hear something in a few days. The example I use is somebody wants to go to college to further their career. So you may hear something soon about starting your courses. But it's going to take a longer time frame to be successful, because it might be a 5-year program, maybe longer. So successful. If you're not successful, you will totally be successful. Just a longer time frame. Your oracle for the day is the wide open, reversed. Yeah, sometimes I trip over my own tongue. Most of the time. And sometimes I need water to swallow my foot as well. Been known to do that a few times. This card represents envy, jealousy, and possessiveness. Their character flaws to be careful of. You or someone else is closed off and unable to remain open to new ideas or intimacy. Heed this gentle warning that too tight a hold on what or who you love or what you aspire to will choke the life out of that which you desire. So open your heart and loosen your grip, for what is truly yours can never be withheld from you. If another is shutting you down, let that person be. Don't force a door or a mind to open. No, I wish I made it on a cat. I love the colors. Love, love, love the colors. All right, so, oops, making, oh man, I need a larger table. Oh no, my fire. Lisa, you are next. It's like I'm still crackling. I'm still crackling. Surrender, hello. How are you, my friend? All right, you're number 11. All right. Teal, yes, I love it. And the little black in it. I think the black tones it down a little. All right, Lisa. This is for our first timer. And let's see what we have. We had a couple of first timers today. Well, actually, a few. All right, Lisa. Fresh and shuffled. So Lisa's new. Hopefully still here. There's one. Oh, two. You're welcome, Melissa. Thank you. You have an amazing day as well. I appreciate you being here. I so appreciate you guys. All right. The first couple cards we have for Lisa. Deluzalo? Than. Hello, my friend. Hello and welcome. If I mispronounce your name, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just the worst grandma ever when it comes to names. Just so everybody knows. But welcome. And if you'd like to be added to the list, you wouldn't be number 12. All right. Lisa's Oracle. Yeah, we have a lot of reverses today. The first card you have is the Four of Swords. So, if you were here earlier, you heard swords, suit, represents fighting, arguing, discontent. Luzalo, is that how you pronounce it? Luzalo? Mm-hmm. Luzalo. Even if I mispronounce it right, it's cool. I love how you say it. I have not heard from Hope. I'm going to have to send her a message. She's probably on vacation again. Her and Wayne go on vacation all the time. So, swords, fighting, arguing, discontent, whether with another person or inner. The Four Swords represents after conflict or stress, rest and examination, because a new life awaits. Also, it represents letting go of things that are useless, serve no purpose. They have outlived their use. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to send her a message. So it's Sandy. That's cool too. I'm not sure if I like it. I think I like it better. My mother's name was Sandy, spelled A-N-D-I, with the A-N-D-I. So I like that. All right, so your second, I'm sorry. Moving on, the second card we have is the Eight of Swords. Again, fighting, arguing, discontent, whether with another person or inner. It's also a no card, suit, a no suit. It represents something happening fast, but weeks. Instead of wands being days, this one is weeks. And the Eight of Swords represents that you are restricting yourself, that you are your own worst enemy. So stop creating obstacles that are of your own mental creation, my friend. You can cope. And because of these obstacles that you're mentally creating, this card can also represent bad news on the horizon. Because of these things that you're creating that aren't really there. You also have the Three of Wands. Wands represents something happening fast, days. The Three of Wands represents an advancement. It's also an activating card on the 1 through 10 cycle. It represents new horizons and promises. A yes card, positive, and it represents something happening days. Your oracle for the day is the Metamorphosis, reversed. In reverse, this card says there are times of chaos and darkness that occur much like the growing pains experienced by a caterpillar who is in the process of becoming a butterfly. There's a tendency to expect the worst when the first signs of difficulty arise, or when something is taken away, or unwanted circumstances come to challenge you to let go of old ideas about how life is supposed to be. My friend, you're not a victim. Rather, you're experiencing the temporary discomfort we all must go through before the beauty is revealed. Maps. Hector, you are next. Yeah, our friend Hector came back. I don't know if you've noticed. In fact, I was even talking to my husband about Hector last night. And I say again, only because that's reminds me of where we bought our motorcycles. Yeah, or they have left. Not quite sure. But here we go, Hector. These are for you, my friend. Is that what it is? Whoops. Hold on to these cards. For me, it reminds me of my bike, my motorcycle. All right, Hector's first card is the Seven of Wands. A yes card. Positive. Oops. I was getting ready to shuffle them again. Really? Lunar Vibes, hello, welcome. Jeff's YouTube from Scotland, hello, welcome. New York here. Lunar Vibes, I am good, how are you? Well, these cards are just jumping for Hector. Would you like to be added to the list, Lunar Vibes? Jeff's YouTube, Brenda, absolutely. Lunar Vibes, you are number 13. Brenda, you're an extra. I need to hurry up and get moving, otherwise we are not even going to get through. All right, so the first card we have for Hector, anybody new? I have my own book here. Seven of Wands. It's a positive. It's a yes. It represents something happening fast, days. When it comes to times a year, this represents the springtime. The seven is also a reorganizing card. Positive, yes. Happening fast. Sevens are reorganizers. This card represents conflict or self-defense. More important, it says you will not be manipulated or controlled by an inferior attack on your principles. So stand firm, stand up, and be counted. I know. It's awesome. Day, hello, welcome. Welcome, my friends. I so appreciate you guys being here. The next card you have is the Major Arcana Hermakes. Uh, this is this card represents the Emperor. A positive, a yes, it's a fatherly figure. Also represents an Aries. It says exercise your authority, but maintain your boundaries. So it's super important that everybody knows what boundaries are. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, my friends. Boundaries are doors to keep us safe. I apologize for slamming that down. You also have the Three of Wands, the second card representing something fast and positive is approaching. The Three of Wands represents an advancement, new horizons, and promises. On the 1 through 10 scale of the minor arcana, threes are activating cards, which represents you must activate yourself. This is going to happen soon, fast, days. That's as fast as tarot can tell time. Goes again, days, weeks, months, and years. Your oracle for the day is the Come Together card in the upright position. This is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of, alright, it says love needs to be expressed. And you're on the path of discovering the nature of this emotion in all of its forms. Whether it's romantic, familial, unconditional, or spiritual. Each instance, there will be another person involved. Love involves give and take between you and a significant other, a friend, a relative, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you're cherished, and like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnerships. Ashwin, hello. Welcome. I can add you, but we are already into adding our extras. So we have like you're number 16. And we are on number 6. But I added you. So I will take the opportunity to mention, if anybody does not want to wait their turn, because I'm here for about another hour. If you don't want to wait your turn and you want to be next in line automatically, I did add you though, Ashlyn. A super chat will get you next in line automatically, and you don't have to wait your turn. Rolf, the first card you have is the Four of Cups. The Cups suit represents our emotions. It's positive. It's yes. It represents something happening slow, months. You heard the positive and yes. Slow. And your oracle just fell on the floor. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I can reach it. Oh, don't go anywhere. Oh, no, I gotta get up. We have a grabby. Okay, perfect. All right, Rolf, the first card you have is the Four of Cups. Positive, yes. You hear her getting huffy. She's like, you're letting the fire die down. That's all right. We'll take care of it later. The Four of Cups is a self-pity card. It says you're becoming a little self-obsessed and you need to get out more. Like, literally get out more. So the card represents routine and being in a rut. It's boredom. So literally get out more. Go outside. Go do something. Just to get out of this routine. But it also represents a missed opportunity. So go back and look for that opportunity you overlooked. But don't take so long deliberating over things that you miss out on this opportunity as well. If you have a Six of Cups, this card represents something is just happening. It's a leveling up card in that things are being taken to the next level. It represents childlike wishes, first feelings, and first flutters. We all remember childlike wishes. Those first flutters, those first feelings, we've all had those first timers. This card represents a reunion or the rekindle of something from the past. Now, what that means is you might bump into somebody you went to school with, or maybe it's a family reunion, anything like that. The rekindle of something can be the rekindle of a hobby, the rekindle of a relationship. Maybe you put your career on the back burner. This is the rekindle of something. So something has just recently happened to make you decide that this is a level up. Your next card is the Nine of Swords. Remember, swords is our arguing, fighting, and discontent suit, whether it's with ourselves or another person. But the 9 represents the 9 steps of grieving. Each sword represents a step in the grief process we must go through. Heather, hello, welcome. How are you? So each sword represents a step we must go in the grief process. We all grieve. Nobody's immune to grieving, but we all grieve differently and for different reasons. So you may be grieving death, miscarriage, failure, despair, deception, whatever it is. The 9 represents a resting phase, closer to a 10 than a 1, 10 being the completion. Again, you are almost there. It's almost over. But don't let anybody rush you while you're grieving. If you're on sword 1 and somebody says you need to hurry up, enough is enough, you should be on 9. No. First of all, tell them to piss off. No. Everybody grieves differently. Nobody can tell you to hurry up or you've been grieving long enough. It's a resting phase. You will know when it's time to move on. Your oracle for the day. There are people like that. We've all encountered people like that. Your oracle for the day is the magical map shifter. This card comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life and impact your personal growth. It says you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you, or maybe someone who leads you out of a difficult place and into a place of security and safety and success. It says pay attention to the ones who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake, be aware, and you'll recognize these people for the important change agents that they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, in the upright. Bethany, it is your turn. Number 7. Well, don't let anybody tell you you've grieved long enough. It's not something you get over with. It's not something you get over. So again, it's Bethany's turn. It's something we learn to wake up to and fall asleep with. But the magical number there, Brenda, is 9. Oops, I have a backwards card here. So, which is 9 is a resting phase number, which means almost complete. It doesn't mean you're not going to grieve him anymore or think about him. It just means that you'll have more times when you think of him or you remember him, and you'll start smiling instead of crying. That's what you're going to be encountering more of. Trust me. Hopefully you are already encountering that. Beth, oh my goodness gracious. The first card you have is an Ace of Wands. Remember, Ace represents the start of a new cycle. So congratulations. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Girlfriend, I know all about that grieving process. I grieve my daughter every second of the day. And then some. But, like I said, we learn to wake with it and we learn to go to sleep with it. Oh my gosh, a storytelling session. Oh my gosh. I'll be a blubbering fool crying. That's what it was when I was watching the last few episodes of that Hill House. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh. It was so good. Alright, there's another reverse. Alright, here we go. Bethany. Ace of Wands. Positive. Yes card. Represents something happening fast, which is days. Wands is as fast as Tarot can predict. Days. The Ace is get out and do something new card. There's an urge to move on. So you know things can't stay the way they are is the most important thing. Something has to change. So this can be something as simple as your appearance. Maybe you've had enough. You're like, I'm just done with it. So hairstyle, clothing. But it can be as dramatic as a career or a new neighborhood. The most important thing is that you're full of pioneer spirit. And it drives you forward. You must make the first move, but you must believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. My friend, it may be the making of you. And more important, the card says, never stop striving for what you want. Not yet, my friend. You are number 12. We are on number 7. You also have the 8 of Swords. This card represents that you are restricting yourself. Stop creating obstacles that are of your own mental creation. You can cope. And because of these mental creations, you're probably experiencing feelings of frustration, embarrassment from what you feel is failure or disappointment. My friend, and again, because of these obstacles you're mentally creating, it can represent bad news on the horizon. So, you are your own worst enemy. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have the 7 of Discs. 7 is a reorganizing card. Disc, aka Pentacles, depending on what deck you have, is a suit that is speculate to accumulate. That's why I personally have dubbed it GAINZ. If I had a tarot deck, my own, Pentacles would be called GAINZ. So the 7 represents a shift in perspective. This card is a long-term success and hard-working card. But a 7 is like being on a plateau. It is a reorganizing. So it says waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripen. There's a pause to appreciate and to decide to continue as is or adjust strategy. Your oracle for the day is the Moonlight reversed. And reversed, this card says, too much analyzing gets you nowhere. So stop overthinking things. That's where this card comes from. Stop overthinking things. You may be exhausted from second guessing yourself all the time and losing your footing. No, this is for Bethany. You're next, Sadeka. It says, are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? It says, step back, regroup, and enter into a more trusting relationship with the flow of life. Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. That's what we were talking about. Uh, how will you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? On this moonlit path, you will discover love, truth, and wondrous things. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. So go play, have fun, stay open, and trust, and be safe. That would be in my tarot deck, too. Be safe. Have fun. Go out, have fun. Trust, but be safe. Sedeka, you are next. Tom Lamour. Coot Jones is this somebody who sat by the door. Oh my goodness, you are correct, Aniket. Gold and silver has skyrocketed. Bethany, you're welcome. You are welcome. And thank you for being patient. All right. Aw, I'm sure you are. Oops. Did you see what I just did? I went to move the mouse on my laptop so it wouldn't go into sleep mode. And I started knocking on it instead. All right, Sedeka. Let's see what the cards have for you. Has there been a lot of fighting and arguing, Sedeka? And how long has it been since you've seen him? All right, let's get an oracle for you. The first two cards you have are swords. And they are fighting, arguing, discontent, whether with another person or ourselves. Oh, gosh darn, I can't hold these cards for anything today. One more good shuffle. So this is for Sedeka. We just need an oracle. All right, the first card you have is the Three of Swords. Whoops. Make sure they're in the proper Fighting, arguing, discontent. This is a no card. It represents something happening fast, weeks. The Three of Swords represents petty conflict. It says grudges need to be dropped. Someone needs to step back and act as mediator, or things are just going to get worse. If somebody does not step back and act as mediator, or put an end to these petty conflict and drop the grudges, it represents removal, absence, delay, division, rupture, dispersion. Somebody needs to step back. There must have been, was there a huge fighting, arguing? You have the Two of Swords, which is you are your own worst enemy card. Twos are also an organizing card. It represents indecision, inner conflict, and facing a tough choice. You also have my favorite card in the deck, Sedeka. Lydia, hello, welcome. The Ace of Pentacles. It's still a no. It represents something happening slow, years. It's infinite opportunities, material opportunities, a place of wealth, a place of perfect contentment. My question is, if he were to never come back and you started over and fresh, a new cycle in your life, we're on number 8, almost done. It also says that if somebody offers to help you, say yes. Accept their help. I believe it's a time of moving on and thinking of yourself. Your oracle for the day is the Deep Freeze, reversed. In reverse, this card says, nothing you can do right now will amount to anything substantial. No matter how much you try, push, manipulate, or cajole. Life wants you to take a break. Do I have the right card? I do. Deep Freeze. Life wants you to take a break. You need to do this now, lest you become exhausted and you are forced to rest. What you need will be there when you emerge in the springtime. For now, winter has its own ideas for you. Wait for signs of spring. That may be a clue. Maybe springtime will be good for you. But if there's been some fighting and arguing with your husband, if that is the reason why he's no longer there, grudges need to be dropped, or it's going to get worse. So talking to him, working it out, may bring on a new cycle. Lizzie, it depends. It depends. It is emotional. But again, I don't know what the reason the split was for. Lizzie, perfect, thank you. I don't know what the split was for. So whether it was arguing, something you were arguing about, if so, it's probably time to talk about it and try to talk it out. 9, we are on number 9. You are number 15, Day Day. Woo, these are jumping like crazy. Major Arcana Newt. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Newt. Maybe it's Newt. Maybe it's Newt. You guys help me out here. How do you pronounce it? Newt or Newt? Like boot. Newt. I don't know. I'm still learning. You're welcome. Thank you for being patient. You can't see the previous messages. Are you in live chat or all chat? All messages. Knew it. Knew it. Thank you. All right, we just need an article. Oh my goodness, we need an oracle for Lizzie. Lizzie B. Oh, okay. I'm taking the one that flipped. It's reversed too. Yeah, so you're going to want to be in all chat. All right, the first card you have, Major Arcana, knew it. This card represents, make sure I have the proper one. This card represents the star card. It's positive, it's a yes. It represents that now you feel a renewed feeling for these things that I'm going to mention. You feel inspired. You have a renewed hope, light, visions. Maybe you may feel a strong connection to the healing. And I say it all the time, if that's what you're feeling, run with that path. Doctor, nurse, emergency services, personnel, anything like that. If it's in the healing, run with it. You can't go wrong. You have an optimistic outlook for the future. You have a stronger connection to your spirituality. Again, hope, light, visions, a renewed feeling for all of this. It represents an Aquarius with the dates January 21st through February 23rd. And it represents prosperity will come from what you do best. It's one of the most positive cards everybody wants to receive in a reading anywhere. You have the Princess of Cups. Cups is our emotion suit. Positive, yes, a princess generally represents a younger woman or the attitude of one. The cups also represents a darker haired person. And it says to enjoy life, make the most of living your life to the fullest, and live life like there's no tomorrow. So savor being the center of attention and live life like there's no tomorrow. So it means to live in the here, the now, the present. Don't live in yesterday or tomorrow. Don't miss out on right now. You have the Two of Cups. This card represents a relationship. Again, a positive, yes. It represents something happening slow, months. Now, this relationship is love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord. Concord is an agreement. More important, this card represents that which nature has sanctified. She must be dreaming of running because I can feel her feet. Your oracle for the day is, where's the book? Follow the leader, reversed. In reverse, this card says, it's a gentle push to get up and take the lead, whether it's a relationship or a partnership. Be the one to voice what must be said. So muster your courage and speak your needs aloud. Affirm what you like and what you feel. Don't just hope for someone else to fix your problems. If your inquiry is about career or project, you must take the initiative to draw up a proper plan. If it's about a personal relationship, you must be clear about your desires and intentions. Boldly begin a discussion about how things really are and how to make the situation work for the highest good of all. Do this as soon as possible. My friend, you may be pleasantly surprised by the results. That's a nice card. I don't know how often we have received that in a reverse. Oh my gosh, yeah. Sometimes she'll even woof in her fetal move in her sleep. Anna Cat, it is your turn. Lizzie, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, Anna Cat, here we go. You like to follow the leader. But take the road less traveled, Lizzie. I believe that was in your cards the other day. All right. One more good shuffle for Aniket. Drum roll was long enough. So I don't know how many people are watching. Looks like 11 at the moment. We dropped a few, but we only have 2 thumbs up. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. We have 19 thumbs up. Oh my goodness. It's down here. It doesn't show that at all. All right, the first card you have is the 5 of Cups. Thank you. It's a halfway point. Okay, here we go. So you have an extra card that fell out. Now let's do your oracle. So 5 of Cups. Cups is our emotions card. It's a yes card. It's a positive card. Oh my goodness gracious. Where in the world did that one go? I think that flew over to the neighbors. I'll be right back. Oh goodness gracious. I can feel today's workout sitting in that cushy spot. All right. So 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups represents, it's a challenge card. It represents shame, guilt, loss, but something remains. In the Rider Tarot deck that we generally use, it shows 3 cups tipped over and 2 standing upright, which means 3 have been taken and 2 are left. This card can also represent an inheritance from a father or or patrimony. And patrimony is a male in your family. It can represent a bitter marriage or frustration in marriage. More important, it represents that you should turn your back on past mistakes, which may be where this shame and guilt is coming from, and that might be the challenge as well. Remember, 5s are a call for you to put boundaries in place. And remember, boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. You were just asking Dad. Dad, do you have a lot of gold and silver? Thank you. This is Lagertha. She used to be the boss, but she's been demoted to farm inspector. Because she doesn't know how to keep her distance. She's like, you want me? You need me. You love me, she says. Oh, you're making my chub stick out. You also have the 7 of Wands. This is a reorganizing card. It represents conflict or self-defense. So you may be defending yourself against something, or there may be an argument. The most important thing about this card is that you will not be manipulated or controlled by an inferior attack on your principles, my friend. So, be counted for, stand up. Wait a second, I lost my page. You will not be manipulated or controlled by an inferior attack on your principles. Stand firm, stand up, and be counted. Yes, so it's important. Oh my gosh, you guys are leaving. Don't go anywhere. We have the 7 of Swords. This is your second 7. It's a call to reorganize. The 7 of Swords is a warning card. That is a 7. I want to make sure I have the proper one. It's a warning card. It represents trespassing or the stealing of ideas. So, Aniket, be careful of sharing delicate information. Are your communications being shared with a third party? And be careful of being too trusting when it comes to work, school, home, whichever one pertains to you, because your ideas may be passed off as their own. You have been warned. And you have a major arcana and extra that fell out. Hermakes, this is an important card. This represents the Emperor, a father figure. Exercise your authority but maintain your boundaries. It's also an Aries. And I have dates March 21st through April 20th. It's a positive. It's a yes. Uh-oh. Dad's not going to have any more gold or silver when Annaket's done investing. I'm just kidding. Your oracle for the day is the Stormfields reversed. This card says now is not the time to engage in activity that brings unwanted chaos or drama in your life. That can be very destructive and you'll regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and will bring a tornado of betrayal, anger, and unnecessary angst. It says find shelter. This turbulent weather will pass and your house will be untouched. Say no to drama. Wait till the storm blows over. Only then will you be heard. That's cool. I did not know that you're Aries by name. Surrender, it is your turn, my friend. We are on number 11. Whoops. One more good shuffle. Perfect. Thank you. Angela, hello, welcome. How are you? And thank you for being here. Oh gosh, I'm dropping cards. Surrender, the first card you have is the Prince of Swords. Your first two cards are swords. Has there been some fighting, arguing, or discontent with another person or yourself? Inner conflict? All right. Shuffle for an oracle. So the Prince of Swords. Oh gosh, can't hold anything. The Prince of Swords generally represents a younger man, younger, active, and enduring situation or person. Prince, the swords generally represents a darker haired person as well. And we'll read the meaning in a moment. Well, that's one of the first uprights. So the Prince of Swords says, be alert, be ready to defend yourself, and speak your mind. It also represents, it's a no, represents something approaching fast, weeks. So whatever this is, be alert, be ready to defend yourself, and speak your mind. Don't allow somebody to try and assert a hierarchy over you. So if you are called upon to say something and somebody tries to talk over you, don't talk louder and don't stop. Continue what you have to say. Continue what you have to say. And generally, the person who's trying to overtalk you will be quiet. So don't allow somebody to try and assert a hierarchy over you. You have the Three of Swords, which also represents petty conflict, and that grudges need to be dropped. Someone needs to step back and act as mediator, or it's just going to get worse. Again, swords represents something happening fast, weeks. You have the Six of Wands. This represents something happening fast, days, but this is positive. It's yes. And it represents that things are good at the moment. You have achieved success. It's just a warning to be weary of experiencing dissatisfaction after experiencing the heady heights of success. It's just a reminder to be thankful for the good things that you have encountered and received in your life. And the universe responds by sending you more. It's just a reminder to be thankful and grateful. Your oracle for the day is the coming apart in the upright position. Upright, this card says it's a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Or maybe you need to break a promise or change course because maybe you took on a little more than you could handle. This is the time to reassess your goals and your values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Maybe you've created a partnership that's not mutually beneficial. Separation, disillusion, and dispersion, that's what all this card represents, are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. Thandi, you are next, my friend. Well, you just continue to live your life in truth and honesty. Surrender. You can't go wrong. Oh, gosh. Thandi, the first question I want to ask you is, do you feel like things are going good in your life? You know, maybe plans you've made are working out. If you had a schedule, things are just working right as planned. Is that correct? I only ask that because the first card that came out was Nine of Cups, and it's an abundance card. No, that was for Thandi. It's a wish or an abundance card. It fell in my lap, so it's just something I was curious about. Again, you have the Three of Swords as well, which represents petty conflict, and that grudges need to be dropped. We just need one more card. And an oracle. This is for Thandi. Swords is our fighting, arguing, discontent, whether it's with another person or ourself. It represents something happening fast, weeks. It's a no. If you have a question, it's a no. Three of Swords. Petty conflict and grudges need to be dropped. Someone needs to step back and act as mediator, or it will get worse. You have the Four of Discs, aka Pentacles. This card is a selfishness card. It represents that you have a desire to control all resources. This card indicates greed and stubbornness and possessiveness, but for a reason. And the reason is material security and financial stability. It also says, Thandi, that you should not take no uncalculated risks. Selfishness for a reason, and the reason being material security and financial stability. That might be what the arguing, fighting, and discontent is over. You have a major arcana at. This card represents the Hierophant. Positive, yes, it's a Taurus. It says it represents wisdom. It says seek wisdom from somebody you know with knowledge and experience. They reveal the sacred. So again, you literally know this person, and when this person says something, you know that they're not lying. You don't have to fact check anything they tell you. So go to them, talk to them. They'll steer you in the right direction. Or more important, if they can't help you, they're a good ear to listen, and they won't gossip about the things you talk about. Now, because tarot always have two meanings, this card can also represent an unwelcome authority from somebody like a parent. We've all encountered those people, the unwelcome authority. Your oracle for the day is One Ring Circus, upright. It says independence is key now as you step into your journey. Others may not have the vision or resources you need. Recognize the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent and capable of moving forward with assurance and self-reliance. Self-reliance is important. It says you can achieve anything at this time. Anything at this time, Sandy. Angela, hello. I haven't added anybody new to the list because it's huge. But we are on number 13, Lunar Vibes. So if you stick around, I might be able to get to some people. We have 2 Angelas today. All right, so this is for Lunar Vibes. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Lunar Vibes has a major arcana. First one, Knew It, which represents the star. Positive, yes. And it represents that you have a renewed feeling for inspiration, hope, your spirituality. There's more. There's more. We'll go deeper. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. And also, I'm here Monday through Friday, same time. The only time I'm not here is if my husband takes a vacation day or one of my grandkids or kids pop in. Family time is super important for me. I'll take all the family time I can get. So that would be the only reason I'm not here. All right, we need an oracle for Lunar Vibes. Lunar Vibes. You actually have 2. Okay, so the first card again you have is Knew It. Represents the star. You feel you have a renewed feeling for hope, your spirituality, an optimistic outlook for the future. You feel inspired. It's a positive. It's a yes card. You may feel a strong connection to the healing. Again, I say it all the time. If that's your calling, run with it. It says more importantly that prosperity will come from what you do best. You have the 7 of Wands. 7 is a reorganizing card. It's a positive. It's a yes. Represents something happening fast days. Fast days. This card represents that you will not be manipulated or controlled by an inferior attack upon your principles. So stand firm. Stand up and be counted. You also have the King of Discs, aka Pentacles. Discs is a suit that speculate to accumulate. The King says there are opportunities out there. You just need to be practical. What that means is In the world of success, there's no room for ambition without any real grounding. You need to think about future security, not just today's security. So try to create long-term plans. And remember, this part is super important. Remember to read the small and fine print everywhere and in anything before you speculate to accumulate. Make sure every opportunity or project will be viable, which means will make you money. Your oracle for the day is the Strength card reversed. Reversed, the Strength card says, pay particular attention to your health. This card indicates that your body, mind, and spirit need strengthening. So exercise and rest and proper nutrition are important to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork. Now's the time to build your stamina. You may also feel bonds weakening in a relationship. If that's the case, they need to be repaired. Attend to them now before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong. Face the reality of your relationship and give it your attention. Any fragile threads may give way. So let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. And you also have the encouragement reversed. This card says a misstep isn't the end of the world. You may have fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility can get you out of it. Maybe you weren't listening to your intuition, aka gut feeling. We never do. And now you may be in a jam. The card says being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. But don't be discouraged. All is well. You can start over. Take another road and discover new territories where love really does bloom. Just remember, rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows your needs. Something better waits around the corner. Ermagerd. Ham hocks. No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. What is going on here? I think I froze up. All right, so Brenda, you are next. All right, skip. Go from top chat to live chat because I refreshed and back down to the bottom. There's Mr. Junkie. Hello, welcome. We're getting there, my friend. We are getting there. Oh, gosh. All right, Brenda. The first card you have is Queen of Swords. I'm going to try to go through these quicker. The Queen of Swords is a woman. She's wise, direct, ambitious, and she speaks sharply. She says, say what you think. I'll show it to you again. Say what you think. Be your own person. Keep your strong convictions no matter what opposition you come up against. Don't be afraid to stand alone. It says be confident, be straightforward, and you will receive the acknowledgement you deserve. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords represents moving on, new horizons. It represents it's going to be an emotional time, but it also says before you go, become a better you. And you also have Major Arcana Knew It, which represents the star. And it represents that you have a renewed feeling. You feel inspired. Finally, a renewed feeling for inspiration. You have an optimistic outlook for the future. It represents hope, light, visions, uh, a stronger connection to your spirituality, the healing arts. Again, more importantly, prosperity will come from what you do best. And you have the rescue in the upright position. Whoops, I'm in the wrong spot. I want to go back to that Six of Swords real quick and mention it was the New Horizons and moving on. Swords is our fighting, arguing, and discontent suit. Where am I going? I cannot even find the number, the proper one. Back to the Six of Swords. This was your second card. It represents something happening fast, weeks. This is something that'll be happening soon. This card says asking for help's not easy for many successful people, but that's what you need to do right now as you expand your life. Whatever it is, whatever trouble you find yourself in, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand. All you have to do is ask. So get into the right relationship with divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up like magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. So whatever this moving on and moving forward will be soon, you have no need to fear. Day, you are next. Oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to get through to everybody. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Again, thank you for being so patient. All right, Day. First card you have is the Nine of Discs, Pentacles. It's a speculate to accumulate. Nines are a resting phase. The Nine of Pentacles represents security, plenty in all things. I'm going to shuffle the oracle and set this one down. Plenty in all things. The card says you want for nothing. You're content in the gardens of your bounty. You're secure in the safety of your haven. But security comes with a risk. I apologize. Security comes with a price. There is a lack of risk or thrill. Now, because tarot always have two meanings, it can also represent that you may receive a donation from a sponsor. You have the Two of Wands. This represents something happening fast, days. It's a fire yourself up card. Twos are organizers. This is your hopes and wishes card. So plan ahead, be strategic. Where do you want to go and what do you have to give? It says think innovative and fresh ideas. More important, it says you're in an excellent position to join forces with another who shares your vision. You have my favorite card in the deck, Ace of Discs, Pentacles. It represents the beginning of a new cycle. Congratulations. Infinite opportunities, material opportunities, a place of wealth, and a place of perfect contentment. More important, it says, if someone offers to help you, say yes. A place of wealth and perfect contentment. Your oracle for the day is the Gentle Gardener. What are you doing? You're stuck on my shirt. The Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, well, they become the reality you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? And what's their quality? The card says, believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. That's another nice card. Mr. Junkie, are you still here? You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, your turn. Ashwin, you will be next if you're still here, Ashwin. And I apologize for speeding through these so fast. You actually have 4 tarot. Shuffle this oracle. The first card you have is the 8 of Cups. Cups, emotion suit. Positive, yes, represents something happening fast. I apologize, slow months. Positive, yes, slow months. Oh my gosh. I try to be speedy and I just mess things up. The 8 of Cups represents the appearance of it shows that you have been on a plateau, that maybe everything you do just has been fruitless. But the appearance of the 8 represents that there's finally forward movement. There's finally forward movement, and you know change is needed for growth. It is of importance to avoid a state of stagnation. Oh my gosh. Again, you know change is needed for growth, so it is of importance to avoid a state of stagnation. It represents transience and rarity as well. The second card you have is the 7 of Discs. Discs is a speculate to accumulate. This card represents that plateau I was talking about. 7 is the plateau, 8 is moving off of it. This is a shift in perspective. So waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripen, there's a pause to appreciate and to decide to continue as is or adjust strategies. 7s are a reorganizing card. You may need to reorganize. You have a 6 of Wands, representing positive, yes, something happening fast, days. And the 6 of Wands says things are good at the moment. You have achieved success. But be wary of experiencing dissatisfaction after experiencing the heady heights of success. This is just a reminder card to be thankful and grateful for the good things that happen in your life. And the universe responds by sending you more. You have a major arcana, Neath. This is Temperance. Positive, yes, it represents an emotional and physical balance. But you need to be careful. The stage needs to be handled carefully because it could easily spoil. It represents change and going for it when the time is right and only when the time is right, because it could easily spoil. Your oracle for the day is the Bone Collector. It's a very strong card. It's the first one in the deck, reversed. It says the past has a way of repeating itself when you didn't learn the lesson inherent in the original situation. It says you're faced with this now. The Bone Collector is here to challenge you to see yourself as a whole and not one who is perpetually trying to heal an old wound. You'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim the things you believe were lost. The information you seek lies in your history. Familiarity in this case is not an invitation to dance the old dance once again, my friend. Instead, it's a call to retreat and choose differently. This card has a message. If you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Her warning is delivered with kindness, for she has deep love and respect for you. She will protect you. So at the top of the chat, I have my email is highlighted. If anybody is interested in an in-depth card reading, so not just the few that fall, you are welcome. Thank you for your patience. Ashwin, you are next. Yeah, so these are free. If anybody would like one, send me an email, and I will get back to you with the information I need. All right, Ashwin. All right, that was fast. So the first card you have is the Four of Discs, Pentacles. Do you speculate to accumulate? And it's a selfishness, but for a reason. And it represents material security and financial stability. But more important, this card says no uncalculated risks. You also have the Ace of Wands, Ashwin, which represents the start of a new cycle. This card represents the urge to get out and do something new. More important, never stop striving for what you want. So whether it's a new career, neighborhood, you must make the first move, and you must believe in yourself. You have the Seven of Discs. This is the shift in perspective, the plateau. You're waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripen. So there's a pause to appreciate, to continue as is, or adjust strategy. Let's see if we can get you an oracle. And Angela. We'll see if I can't get you in here real quick. If I can get an oracle for Ashwin. Whoopsies, don't go anywhere. The wishing well in the upright position. In upright, this card says, desire is the most important impulse for creating life. It says now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration, and you've sensed the aha moment when everything makes sense. This card says, form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Trust in spirit and prepare to be amazed. All right, Angela, let's see what we get for you. Real quick, I only have a couple of moments. We might only be able to get a tarot. Oh, if I can shuffle them. Nope. And we still had Heather on the list as well. All right, Angela. But we always have tomorrow. Stephen, hello. Welcome. You caught us at the end of our live stream. Angela, the first card you have is the 10 of Discs, but I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. New York time. 10 of Discs. This represents the master. The 8 is the journeyman. The 3 is the apprentice. It is the it represents, it's a structure card. It's lasting security and wealth. It represents that you can slow down, take it easy, and let others take on more responsibility. It represents a well-established foundation, family harmony, and the fulfillment of a substantial legacy. You also have the 7 of Cups. This card is an imagination and inspiration card, but it needs to be kept in check. There's fanciful and there's downright deluded. So use your imagination in practical ways, or it will use you. You have a major arcana, the Ass, aka the Magician. Positive, yes, it represents something happening fast, and it encourages you to use all your resources to attain the success you deserve. Remember, it's all in the know-how. And did I say the success you deserve is happening fast? So with that, my friends, I'm going to end today's live stream. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this type of content based around tarot and oracle cards, please give my video a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Most important, I hope you guys have the best day ever. Or if your day is ending, wherever you're at, I hope it was the best day ever. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget, check out my membership levels. I offer 4. Each level offers a member something different. Each level is a different price. Subscribe. And again, I hope you have the best day ever. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.